following is a presentation of GRS TV.
Tonight from Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland, welcome to the Friday night GISD Game of the Week here on GRS TV. Hi again, everybody. Scott Powell along with Bobby George. Tonight, the Lakeview Centennial Patriots play host to the Wylie Pirates. Lakeview Centennial comes in with a 3-1 record. Wylie just 1-4, but they did win last week. More importantly, Bobby, both teams are 1-1, and these are the type of teams you need to beat if you're going to make the playoffs down the road.
Yeah, big game for Wylie last week. Just beat Garland 50-7, and that's the game you have to start out with. You got to win that game, and of course, the Patriots have won against North Garland 41-14, and then they lost against them, and then they won last week against South Garland 48-14. The main thing here for the Patriots is they've only allowed, their defense has been so good. They're only allowing 17 points a game and only giving up 261 yards. Now, they've also been scoring a lot. They're scoring about 36.8 points a game and putting up 354 yards a game. But, we've heard through the rumors that both their starting quarterbacks are out for this game, and they're going to have to put in a third quarterback that hasn't really played much quarterback.
Lakeview will kick off from right to left in their beautiful blue tops, white pants, and gold helmets. Wylie receives, and going left to right on the kickoff return out to the 27-yard line. Wylie in their white jerseys, maroon pants, and maroon helmets, kind of Rowlett looking in their colors tonight, as we saw Rowlett win last night on our Thursday night game of the week. So you can see both of those games this week on GRS TV. So Wylie with a 1st and 10 at the 27. They average 23 points a game. They have the 18th best offense in the area at 170.8. More importantly, they've got an outstanding quarterback in Rashad Dixon, who's thrown for 567 yards, 7 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. First handoff of the game is going to be for a loss. And look at the swarm tackling by the Lakeview Patriots on Caleb McCray, the running back.
Yeah, Jalen Graham just able to read this so fast. Comes in there, stuffs up the middle, and then everybody around him surrounds it. Just a nice job right there by the Patriots. The Patriots have been really good on defense, so we're going to see if they're going to be able to stuffle them today.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Dixon also the leading rusher on this team, so he's quite an athlete. There's a deep out pass to the far sideline that's short of the intended receiver, Donovan Ollie, and he is a talent. He is number 1 on this team in receiving, 27 catches for 331 yards and 5 touchdowns. So look out for number 11, Donovan Ollie, tonight.
Yeah, he was kind of open right there in the flats as well, so if they would have been able to connect on there, but there was a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
3rd and 11 for Wylie. They may be changing the play. Still 15 on the play clock from the left hash mark. They got 3 receivers wide out to this right side. 4-man defensive front, couple linebackers. He looks it over. It's going to be a quarterback draw. Gets a block to the 30, 35. He may go. He's across midfield. 1 man to beat, and that 1 man will run him out of bounds. But a huge gainer. I warned you, this is the best athlete on the team. He can run it and throw it, and we've seen him run it right there.
Yeah, Garnett Burke saves the day right there because he just busts through there, just nobody touching him, just gets a great block, and boom, he's off to the races. And like you say,
45
man to beat.
45 for Dixon in the first down. Here's a handoff to McCray, who cut it up over the left side of the line and only got 4. I say only 4. That's pretty good on first down to the 25-yard line. They run it for 114 a game, which is not too bad, but they only average 284 yards of total offense per game.
Right, so Rashad Dixon is basically their offense. I mean, he's the one that throws the ball and runs it.
Long looping pass down the far sideline, incomplete, intended for Malik Ford, and he just could not catch up with it. It's going to be 3rd and 6 coming. I'll warn you right now, they've only tried 1 field goal all year, and Cunningham is 0 for 1. So whenever they're down in this part of the field, it's probably going to be 4-down territory. They do not like to kick. Dixon in shotgun as they go quickly. 3 receivers to the far side, the right side. Again, probably 4-down territory for the Pirates. No blitz threatened from Lakeview with a 4-man front. Dixon wants to throw. Time. Another deep one far sideline. Again, he overshoots Ollie as he was streaking one-on-one coverage and just could not get to the football. And pretty good coverage over there by Elijah Wilson.
Yeah, you can see number 18, Zacchaeus Adams from the Patriots, or I guess number 16 there, Jalen Graham again, putting the pressure on him, making him throw just a little early. And when you do that, you get little happy feet, maybe overthrow it or underthrow it, and that's what happened there.
So they will go here on 4th and 6, need just inside the 20-yard line. Dixon looks over to the sideline, under 10 on the play clock. They get it off. Dixon has time to throw. Now he's going to run with it, and he's going to get the first down, breaks a tackle, spins away, and he will go for 6 points. Rashad Dixon, touchdown Wylie.
Boy, he just sits back in the pocket, waits for the lanes to open up. And if you don't have a spy on him, he's just going to beat you all night. Watch him, he just waits. See everybody, then there's a big lane there, and he's just going to make everybody else miss and dance into the end zone.
73-yard drive. They did it in only a minute and a half. 8 plays. Very impressive opening drive for Wylie as they'll try the PAT. Long count. Snap is good. The hold is down, and the kick right down the middle. He split the uprights. 10:24 left in our opening quarter. And I'm trying to get you the kicker there. Looks like number 38. And that is Andrew Cunningham, their regular kicker, who's only missed 1 PAT all year long. 10:24 first quarter. Wylie 7, Lakeview Centennial nothing on GRS TV. Wylie will kick it off after taking the early 7-0 lead. Cunningham will put the right foot into it. It's a shortish kick to the 23. And a short return by Caleb Reed. He tried to go straight up that far sideline as he got to the 32.
Yeah, nice kick right there. That stops them. You get it up in the air where there's no chance of returning the ball. You get that hang time and get your guys down there, put a stop to him right when he gets it. Nice job right there by their kicking team.
Let's see if Jermaine Johnson is the quarterback. He's a left-hander, and he is trotting out onto the field. He will be the quarterback.
Yeah, that's what we were saying at the beginning. You know, Gary, Aiden, and Jarrett Adams both got hurt, and so now Jermaine Johnson is taking over for the quarterback position here.
This is their 3rd quarterback in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think he's
starter.
only thrown 1 pass.
Well, he's going to throw here with no backs in the backfield. Quick out, caught by Wheaton, Kamar Wheaton, their leading running back, and he gets a little bit out of not much because they covered it well. Good pursuit there by the Pirates, led by Jalen Lindsey, number 7.
Well, look, he must be a pretty good athlete to just step in and throw a bullet like that on his first pass. You know, they got him listed as a linebacker. He comes in and he runs the ball a little bit as a running back, and now he's throwing it. So must be a pretty good athlete to be able to just adjust like that.
Fakes the handoff to Wheaton, and the throw to Reed, and this near flat is short and incomplete. Not a good pass there. I watched him in warm-ups, and Johnson can throw the short pass pretty well, although it didn't show right there. But I tell you, just watching him, Bobby, it looks like he's played a little quarterback in his past. 3rd and 8 from the 35. Johnson rolling out. That's a tough throw for a lefty, and it showed as it was a poor pass, incomplete. They're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, he's rolling one direction, which is away from his throwing arm with hot pursuit. And there was really nobody open anyway. He throws it away. Probably pretty good decision.
For the Patriots from the 35.
The punter will be Jason Salceda. So he waits back at the 20. Single safety for Wylie all the way at the 25. That's Donovan Ollie. Watch out for Ollie. Not much of a rush. It's a low end-over-end kick. Could get a good roll out of this, and he does. At least 20 yards at this point. This may get down inside the 10. Wow. It's going to roll to the 9-yard line from the 35 to the 9. That is 56 yards on the punt.
Yeah, can't ask for much better than that. I mean, boy, they got a pretty good rush on him. Still was able to get that ball off. And man, what a great roll.
Now give the two up guys, the two up blockers who picked up the guys who got through there. They would have blocked that.
Yeah, they put the pressure on it.
Split backfield here on 1st and 10 from the 9, ball center of the field. Now Ford will go in motion far side. He's a receiver, and they'll hand it off. McCray, and he runs into a wall of blue at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jalen Graham again. Right there, and big number 55, Jordan Wilson, both in hot pursuit. They put a stop to it quick.
Nicholas Callis had his helmet come off for Lakeview. He'll have to come out for a play.
Now you see how they're just pursuing the ball. Really nice right there. Now you're going to have to keep your eye on the quarterback here and maybe have somebody just follow him around so that he can't break one out again.
On 2nd and 10, he'll hand it to Ford, sweeping left, and he's going to get very short yardage, maybe 2, at least a yard to the 10 before he's cut down. The Lakeview defense against the rush, we mentioned it, they're good against the run, and they're showing it so far. Again, in there on the stop, Zacchaeus Adams.
Watch how Victor Smith right here, boom, he takes out their quarterback, Rashad Dixon, and it forced him to hand it off, and then the other guys did the rest. Just a good job there. But you've got to contain Rashad Dixon, so you're going to have to hit him each time he does that.
3rd and 9, they're 1 out of 2 on 3rd down. Dixon's going to run the quarterback draw. Wanted to cut outside, but nowhere to go. Now he's fighting for extra yardage, but he's well short of the 1st down. That time they got Dixon contained, and they're going to force a punt here.
Zacchaeus Adams there, number 18 on your screen. He plays his position well, fights off the block. You see him coming. Uh-oh, here he comes. Fights the block off. There you go. That's what you want to do. Stand him up and let your other guys take over.
Got a different punter from the place kicker here. So this is Jackson Nally, or Nally, N-A-L-L-E-Y, waiting in his goal line. It's a good snap. Gets it off. It's a beauty. A beautiful high spiral that drives the return man way back, and he's going to get an extra roll out of this. Wow, the punters sure are good tonight. We got a little bit of a breeze in the face of the punter there, 5, 10, 15 miles an hour, but gosh, he kicked it from the 15 to the 33.
Yeah,
that is 52 yards.
Yeah, and he was standing on the 5 when he let it go. I mean, that was a beautiful punt.
You know, I've always wondered why they don't count the punt from where he punts it instead of the line of scrimmage. That's always bothered me. They do for the kicker, so why not do it for the punter?
I don't know. They don't do it for the quarterback either. So
yeah, that's just some things don't make any sense in all sports. 1st and 10, Lakeview, ball center of the field from their own 33. 7:29 left first quarter. 7-0 Wylie. A bad snap, and Johnson's got it, but he's in all kinds of trouble. Throw it away, sir. Almost threw. Oh, it's picked off. Picked off by number 26. Bobby, I don't know why he didn't just throw it away. Jamie Marlin with the pick.
Yeah, he's right there at the sideline, and that's part of not playing quarterback very much. And your 3rd guy in, you try to make something happen. He does a good job of collecting it here. Thought maybe he could outrun everybody, but you see how he's keeping his eyes downfield. He sees him right there at the corner of his eyes and tries to make a play on it. But that's just what you got to do. You got to know what to do when your play's dead. Just go ahead and live for the next down. Throw that ball away.
And he threw it into triple coverage. And a nice interception, by the way. It wasn't an easy pick. 7:18 left first quarter. 7-0 Wylie, and they're threatening for more. Drops it off over the middle, way behind the intended receiver, Jackson Ortiz, who might have been open on the play. We still haven't had a penalty yet, Bobby. I know I've just jinxed it, but that's why this game's moving along pretty quickly.
10 yards to go for the Pirates.
As soon as I said that last night, here they came. 2nd and 10. It's just so unusual. I guess we're late enough in the season where the penalties will be fewer, hopefully. Dixon looking over to the sideline. He's got McCray to his right in the backfield. 3 receivers to the wide side to the left. Taking a long time to get this play in. We're down to 6 and counting on the play clock. They may have to burn a timeout here. 4, 3, 2, 1. He got it just barely in time. This is McCray through wave, and he's into the secondary, and one man tackles him. If it wasn't for the one guy, he would have gone the distance. And on the tackle was number 14. That is Ja'Cory Tarver, or it would have been 6.
I mean, they're just finding these holes. A lot of room. You see they've got some guards pulling, but well, you got to get your linebackers out there on these guys.
28 yards on the play. Dixon in trouble, dropped for a loss. Boy, no fooling number 16 there as he just came right on in, made the tackle. That's Jalen Graham one more time.
Yeah, we've been calling his name out a lot. You can see right there he has a cast on his arm, and boy, he pulls him down kind of funny. Pulls the quarterback there, Rashad Dixon, down kind of onto his ankles. That's always
He's limping
dangerous,
too, Bobby.
you know.
He's limping around on that ankle.
Yeah, when you get pulled down like that, that's always awkward and dangerous.
It doesn't look serious, but he's a little gimpy, and that might affect this next play. 2nd and very long, as he lost almost a full 10. 2nd and 18. Dixon waits for the snap, has it, just a little drop, and he throws it over the middle. Caught by Ollie as he gets all the way to the 1 yard line. Saving the touchdown was Caleb Ferguson with the one-on-one hit. Ollie had position and the open.
Yeah, he does a little post pattern here. He's got all day right there to throw it. Just tosses it up. That's all he go get it.
Ferguson just a little late arriving. 1st and goal at the 1M. Make it the 1.5 yard line. Dixon will hand. McCray fighting. Touchdown, Wylie. Let's check it. I think it's McCray. Now that's Malik Ford, number 18, with the score.
Well, you see it right here. They get their guards pulling out. Boy, they've got some good pressure. Clears the hole out, and man, he just does the rest. But when you got these big offensive linemen coming down line at you, clearing out the hole, well, it makes it look easy.
Well, they gave him a short field, and Wylie took 5 plays to go 39 yards. PAT looks maybe wide, but he just got it through that left upright good. So Cunningham with his 2nd PAT. 5:50 left first quarter. The Wylie lead is now 14-0 over Lakeview Centennial here on GRS TV. Well, the Wylie Pirates with touchdowns on 2 of their first 3 possessions, although an interception helped set up the 2nd short drive. They also went 75 yards on their first one. Here's the kickoff. It's a short one. Going to be caught inside the 30. Right up the sideline, not much doing on the kickoff return. So that was Caleb Reed who got it to the 37-yard line. So Lakeview with their best starting position of the night. 5:43 left here in the first quarter. Haven't put much together offensively.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3 punt, and then an interception on the first 2 possessions.
Yeah, these coaches got to get their guys and rally them up, get them fired up to go play. Because right now they've just, Wylie's been able to just take advantage of every opportunity, take it down the field and score on them, and it hadn't even looked that difficult.
Johnson's got 3 receivers wide to the left, the wide side, a 4-man defensive front, and 3 linebackers. Going to hand it on the sweep left to Wheaton. Wheaton's cut down pretty quickly at the 39 after a gain of 2.
Boy, they put a crack back on Wylie right there that you'll see in this replay off the end here. He's a receiver. He comes in and takes out a linebacker, and oh my goodness, it was a big hit.
Jalen Lindsey made the first hit. Here's a little inside pitch to West going right, and he's got nothing. We've also got a penalty marker. This may be some kind of hold against Lakeview Centennial. Wheaton, by the way, the top back coming in for Lakeview, 74 carries in 4 games, 539 yards, and 130 yards a ball game and 8 touchdowns. Holding is the call. Do you decline it? It would be 3rd and about 12 if you decline it. Otherwise, it would be 2nd and 18. They're going to decline this and take the 3rd and 11, it looks like.
3rd and 10.
Yeah, they're going to just go ahead and depend on their defense to see if they can pin them back here.
That's a good idea. They've been successful so far.
Yeah, don't give them an extra play, basically.
0 for 1 so far on 3rd down, the Patriots. We're under 10 on the play clock. They've got to hurry up again. 5 on the play clock. Johnson's ready in shotgun. And they just barely got it off. Quick out pass, a poor pass way out in front of the intended receiver, incomplete. That's Cameron Johnson, the intended receiver. Lakeview's going to have to punt it again.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to try to set up a little bubble route out there where they have a receiver blocking him as he catches it and maybe see if he can get some yardage. But, you know, I don't think the play developed the way they wanted it to. They had him go to the short side of the field on a motion to throw him the ball. So it just didn't work for him.
Saw Seda for his 2nd punt of the night. First one went 56 yards, so I'm anxious to see this one.
Yeah, you got to flip the field here.
Help the defense out a little bit. Pretty good rush, and they blocked it. It goes off to the side, over to the far sideline. Wylie's going to get it about the 28-yard line. Another Lakeview mistake, and this game may get out of hand early.
Now that'll fire a team up right there. You can see the sidelines. They are going crazy. They're already up 14-0, and then you get that big block. So you get all the momentum right there.
See if we can see who got it here. Right up the middle, 17 got his hand on it. And that is Moreland Rosso.
Yeah, when you're setting that 3 guys back there to make that wall, they've got to come together shoulder pad to shoulder pad. They can't be spread out.
Hand off Malik Ford with some running room, and all of a sudden he is eliminated as he reaches the 25-yard line for a gain of 3. Pretty good hit there.
Boy, big number 20 just comes flying through there. Lewis. Boy, he let his presence known. Watch him coming through here.
5'10", 180. Look at him play off the block, too.
Oh, yeah, so you see 18, Adams there as well.
Adams has been all over the field so far. 2nd and 7 at the 25. 4:18 and counting here in the first quarter. We got a shoe left back at the 30-yard line on the carry by McCray.
We see Rashad Dixon. He's just not, they're not running him right now. He looks to be really gimpy a little bit on that ankle. And when they're running it, he's handing the ball off now.
3rd and 3 coming for Wylie.
Having a hard time putting pressure on that left side.
They're just 1 out of 3 on 3rd down. Got a couple of receivers out here to the right.
Got him. Free play.
Looking left, though, going deep into the end zone. Caught. Ollie, touchdown Wylie. They've tried that play 2 or 3 times and finally connected.
Yeah, when you get a free play, you might as well go ahead and throw that up there.
Marker on the play.
Boy, it panned out for him this time.
Yeah, that's what you do when it's offside. You just go deep, and it worked. One-on-one coverage, and Ollie beat it. Ollie's a good one.
Penalty goes against Lakeview Centennial, offsides.
So again, a turnover sets up good field position, and Wylie takes advantage. Cunningham for his 3rd PAT of the night. Again, 13 of 14 coming in.
Puts that one right down the middle as well.
So 3:37 left in the opening quarter. It is all Wylie, 21-0 over Lakeview Centennial on GRS TV. A 29-yard drive in 3 plays following the blocked punt. So an interception and a blocked punt have set Wylie up in good field position for 2 of their 3 touchdowns. They lead at 21-0. Lakeview does not have a first down at this point.
Yeah, 7 total yards, actually. Wylie's got 5 first downs and 146 total yards.
Another kick caught about the 20. Here comes Caleb Reed for his 3rd return, and again, good Wylie kick coverage.
He brings it up to
Nothing
the
available.
26-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Patriots.
So the short kicking has been effective so far for the Pirates, and they've gotten a lot of practice, unfortunately, for Lakeview. 3:31 still in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have to rally the troops now. You're going to have to get in there and actually say, hey, let's go. Let's just run the ball straight up the middle. Let's find something that's going to work. Let's get a 1st down, get 4 or 5 yards of play. Let's keep this Wylie offense off the field.
Wylie gives up 33.8 points a game. Lakeview averages 36.8 a game. But right now it's 21-0 as a handoff to Wheaton. Wasn't able to turn it up the sideline, but he did get to the sideline for a good gain on 1st down. That's a gain of 8, excuse me.
He's got 539 yards on the year, 8 touchdowns. So he averages about 7.3 yards a carry.
And they may want to just kind of get that ground game established because the passing attack's not working with the 3rd quarterback. Wheaton looking for some running room, and good job of finding the hole there and getting the 1st down.
Yeah, now that offensive line, they're trying to work now. You can see these guys. You're watching this replay. Watch them fighting here. Boom, number 63 gets a great block. You get a pulling guard, number 65, clearing it out. That's what you do. You get you a 1st down now. Whole new set of downs.
Desmond Adamson with the 1st hit for Wylie. Now they're going to pull up and look to the sideline for a new play. Plenty of time on the play clock, which has been a problem at times tonight. 2 receivers right and left. Johnson tells the lineman what to do. Now we're down to 6. Boy, they've been coming close on that play clock. Wheaton's going to sweep it right. Pretty good block. He gets a block from the receiver. He almost got down that sideline. Somebody grabbed his jersey from behind, and doing the grabbing was, again, Desmond Adamson with his 2nd straight tackle, but a huge gain to the 37.
Just a nice little handoff going outside, and boy, when he sees the hole, he turns it upfield, and boy, that shows a burst of speed right there.
Lakeview going quickly after the 25-yard run. Quick out pass incomplete. He threw it behind and too tall for the intended receiver, Isaiah Askew. Askew's 6'1", so that's not easy to miss it. Again, Bobby, I'd keep running it. As successful as they've been, you need to get the defense off the field here for a little while, and you can still get back into this game if you start controlling it offensively.
Yeah, you've got some big offensive linemen too, so I go ahead and try to control the ground game and get some of this clock going. 2 receivers
stacked each way as they really spread the field for the handoff right up the middle, which goes for nothing.
Yeah, the timing's off on that because the ball was snapped towards the ground. It just had the timing was just off just a little bit because he has to reach down to pick it up. You see it's right there on the ground?
Yeah.
See, the hole was there if he would have had it early.
11 yards to go.
Big 63 had his man.
2nd and 11 as he lost 1. 3rd and 11, excuse me. Taking their time as they look back to the sideline. Now Johnson says something to the lineman, and it looks like they're ready to go. Again, they're running that play clock down almost every time. We're at below 5 again. Really a delayed, confused handoff to Wheaton, and by the time he got the ball, there was plenty of penetration. That play had no chance.
Patrick Ains making the tackle for the Pirates.
Yeah, they were in the backfield as he was handing the ball off here. Man, I didn't know where that ball was going to be going. It looked like the guard was pulling, number 53. But he has to hit the defensive end, and that's where the ball carrier was
Look
going.
out here. The last punt was blocked.
Yeah, let's see if they shorten that wall up right there in the middle.
3 blockers for Sauceda. Here comes one right up the middle. He almost got it, but Sauceda ran off a little bit to his right, thank goodness, and they're going to down this about the 1-2 yard line. Wow. That's a 40-yard punt down at the 2.
That was dangerous again. I mean, there was nobody even touched that guy. He ran straight up the middle. They're just very fortunate they were able to get that punt off, and man, what a great one it was. Watch him just come straight up the middle. Nobody even sees him.
So Wylie with their second start inside their own 10-yard line, this time at the 2 with 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Boy, it's been a long first quarter. Wylie with a 21-0 lead. Dixon takes the hand, it gives the ball, I should say, to Malik Ford, and he's run down from behind on the sweep left. Nice pursuit. Here's a name we've called a lot tonight. That's Mr. Graham. No, that's Adams. Zacchaeus Adams. Or Zacchaeus Adams, right?
Yeah, he's been everywhere on that right side. He's made a couple of good stops, and that one was a great one.
From the 4-yard line.
They also ran it to the short side of the field, but great play there by Adams. 2nd and 8 from the 5. Another handoff to Ford, and he tried to spin away from Adams again with the first hit. And we've also got a penalty marker right in the middle of things there. This could be a holding. You might think of declining this because you can only go so far with a holding walk-off.
That's right. I mean, was it going to get you 1
About
yard?
2.5 yards,
yeah.
maybe. You don't see many holds at this part of the field. He may be picking this up. Yeah, they're going to just pick it up, and it's going to be 3rd down and 8 from the 5. Wylie 1 out of 4 on 3rd down. Boy, they could use one badly right here. Backed up at their 5-yard line. 3 receivers wide to the right. McCray, the lone back to the left of Dixon, takes the shotgun snap. They're going to say the first quarter ran out before that play got started, I do believe. Yep. That'll do it for one. What a start for the Wylie Pirates. Lakeview's got a lot of work to do to get back in this one as they trail it 21-0. Back with the second quarter in a moment on GRS TV. Friday night here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Glad you're watching this week on GRS TV. Don't forget, we also got Rowlett versus South Garland on GRS this week. Don't forget, next week it'll be an off week for the district, so there will not be any games on the TV, at least from the Garland ISD. Back to play to start the second. Now Wylie going right to left in their white and maroon uniforms. 3rd and 7 Pirates. Some jumping in the lines, could be offside, and yes it is. Quick pass incomplete, but that's going to be offsides against Lakeview.
Yep.
In fact, the nose guard jumped early.
Well, you got to be careful right there. I mean, that's exactly what they wanted to do. They probably went over on the sideline right there at halftime, at the quarter end, and said, "Hey, let's try to get them to jump." And if they do, then now you're set up for 3rd and short.
Yeah,
Or
3.
fourth, yeah, you know.
4th. Yeah. No, it's 3rd.
Yeah, it's 3rd, but you get them doing that. Now it's like you only got 2 yards to get a first down. So now it's really manageable. And Rashard Dixon, he's not afraid to run it here.
Was a little gimpy with the leg earlier, but haven't seen him do much since.
They stopped him there.
And the forward progress is going to be everything, and it's going to be at least a yard short. Good job by the Lakeview defense on McCray.
You ran right into John Brown.
So it'll be 4th and 2. Here comes the punt unit.
See right there, it looked like it was open, and boom, boom, everybody just showed up all of a sudden.
Cunningham's first punt with 52 yards. He needs a good one here for Wylie.
4th down for the Pirates.
West
and Burke are deep for Lakeview.
Yeah, if you're going to go and try to block this, now you need to be real careful and not touch that punter. You don't want that to happen.
Here comes a pretty good rush, and he just barely got it off. It's high, wobbly, and toward this near sideline. Gonna get a little bit of a bounce, but that's going to be a kick that goes out of bounds at the 48. Not too bad, 37-yard punt.
Was beautiful, straight up in the air. There's two guys back here for the Patriots to return that, and both times he's punted, he's put it right where they can't return it. So just a nice job from the punter. He had some pressure too.
11:01 left in our first half. Lakeview trying to get on the board, trailing 21-0 as Jermaine Johnson back in their quarterback, the number 3 quarterback in 3 weeks for the Patriots. Going to hand it to Wheaton, who reverses his track and is going to take it for a first down over left tackle. He immediately reversed field and found an opening for the first down.
Yeah, I think that's the way the play is designed, where they do a little counter. Looks like he tries to hide it going one direction, then pops back the other, and you can see his lineman pulling for him. He gets a great clear-out block. Asen Perez with the lead block there.
Gain of 13. Wheaton's looking good tonight. Johnson with the quarterback keeper, and he only gets about 2 to the 35. Tried to run that to the short side of the field.
They love pulling these guards. The Patriots do. They lead block with these guys, and they do a really good job of it.
Lakeview going quickly here, although it looked like they were going to start. Now they stand up and look to the sideline. Plenty of time on the play clock. 2nd and 9. Johnson looking to throw. Quick pass on the stop route. Caught by Haro. Isaiah Haro gets some extra yardage to the 21. And that's going to be another first down.
Yeah, beautiful job, that stop route. He gets him thinking he's going deep, and boy, he puts the brakes on. And then Johnson puts the ball right where he needs to go.
14 for Haro, his 11th catch. Averaging 23 a catch this year. And this is going to be a touchdown for Kamar Wheaton, who turned on the jets once he got to this near sideline and just able to stay in bounds and score the touchdown for Lakeview.
Yeah, but you got a flag here.
We do. Yeah, I didn't see the marker.
Well, it shows the speed because he has guys there that's going to defend him to the sideline, and he just outruns them.
And boy, Kendall Miller's not happy with the call. He's telling the line judge.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're getting him on the crackback block there. Maybe.
Well, let's see what the referee Kerry Moore has to say.
Holding against Lakeview Centennial.
Holding, Bobby. 10 yards from the line, back to the 31.
Boy, I would not like to be that ref right there. Kendall Miller is giving him an earful.
He's got to stand next to him now.
Well, you take points off the board, it needs to be a really legitimate call.
1st and 20. 2 receivers each way for Jermaine Johnson, the lefty. Looking to throw to this near side. Caught for a short gain and downed immediately. Isaiah Askew. Nice open field tackle there by Andrew Williams.
Yeah, you get 6 or 7 yards. That's pretty good. I'll take that. It's just showing you that Jermaine Johnson is getting comfortable back there. He's being able to set his feet and throw some good passes here.
Lakeview trying to take advantage of a defensive stand that forced a punt deep in Wylie territory. This started at the Wylie 49. 3 receivers out to the left. Johnson looking left. We've got a penalty, a false start that'll kill the play. 2nd penalty since they've gotten inside the 40 here, or inside the 30.
Well, that's a tough one again because Jermaine Johnson actually throws a good ball out there in the bubble screen. And he has people out there for blocking. I mean, he had some running room when he got the ball.
So we're back to 20 yards needed here on 2nd down. Now they're going to look to the sideline. They may run out of time. We're at 5 on the play clock, and they're not even ready to go.
Yeah, they're going to have to call a timeout and move it back again.
Kendall Miller asks for timeout, and he gets it just in time. Let's take one, too. 9:27 left in our first half. It's Wylie 21, Lakeview Centennial nothing on GRS TV. Lakeview head coach Kendall Miller now giving the referee an earful. Kerry Moore, boy, he was unhappy with that holding call that called back the Wheaton touchdown run.
Yeah, you can see him back there. He's not happy, and he's letting his team and the refs know it.
Potentially that could be a huge call in this game as it wipes out the touchdown. Lakeview trying to get back in this, still trailing 21-0. Here they come with a 2nd and 20 at the Wylie 31.
And now they've been letting Jermaine throw the ball a little bit. Let's see what he does here.
Going to fake the handoff and roll left. Nice pass caught by Caleb Reed near the original line of scrimmage to the 20-yard line and a gain of 11. They've got to drop those chains over there, those boxes over there, as he crashed into it. Reed did.
It gets a little rollout right here, and he gets a blocker. I love the way they pulled that blocker out there.
Watch here. Don't you drop that and get out of the way if you're a chain man? I think you're supposed to. 3rd and 9. They're probably 4-down territory, down 21-0. Johnson, plenty of time. Going to go into the corner of the end zone. Jump ball incomplete. Good defense on Isaiah Haro, preventing the touchdown. And let's give all the credit there to Azan Abdalatif.
He throws a good ball here. I thought it had the opportunity to get it. Oh, it's right there, and I think it just kind of...
They're going to kick this, Bobby. They're going for the 3 points unless they fake it.
They had the opportunity right there.
Saw Seda from the left hash. Not an easy angle. It'll be a 37-yard attempt. That backup quarterback, at least tonight, is holding. Good snap. Good hold. The kick looks pretty good. And did it get inside the upright? Yes, it did. So Lakeview Centennial on the board. They'd rather have the 7 on the touchdown that was called back, but a nice kick by Sauceda, 37 yards. Timeout, 9:08 left, 2nd quarter. Lakeview on the board, trailing Wylie 21-3 on GRS TV. Some of the fans on hand here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium tonight having a good time. Some young kids. Pretty good Friday night crowd. Wylie not too far away. They brought a good crowd tonight. Lakeview finally gets on the board and they'll kick it off here.
That's a beautiful field goal, 37 yards. That's when you can do that in high school and you got a kicker that can do that, they can win you some games.
And the left hash mark is not easy for a right-footed kicker. High pop-up on the kick, and the ball is loose. Lakeview Centennial has it. Very effective pop-up kickoff.
I mean,
Luis Rivera, the kicker. It was a beauty, Bobby.
Yeah, I think Lewis catches the ball and takes off running, but what he does, I don't know why he just falls down, but it looked like he could have took off and maybe got on the outside there, picked up some yards.
Kendall Miller not happy again. Don't take this away from him, too. He already took back a touchdown. Now Kendall's afraid they're not going to get the ball. The officials are discussing it, as you can see. And did the ball go far enough? Let's see. They kicked off from the 40, right, Bobby? So it went far enough. Yeah, Lakeview Centennial is going to get the football. So Kendall Miller gets a call there. So Lakeview trying to get back in this one, down 21-3. They sure could have used a touchdown earlier.
I'm not sure I saw what the penalty, what were they looking at here?
No, they were just discussing if something went wrong. I don't think there was a penalty.
Right in his hands. It never even hit the ground. So he has plenty of running room, and he just drops down.
I don't see what they were talking about. I mean, it's real simple to me.
That was greatly executed.
1st and 10 at the Wylie 46, 9:06, 2nd quarter. Wheaton going to sweep left, breaks. Nope, he doesn't break it. Nice job of tripping him up, or that could have gone a long way. And another tackle, by the way, for Byron Jones, who's made a bunch, number 7 for Wylie. We got a penalty marker to the far side in the secondary
Yeah,
here.
the Patriots are really hustling right now. They know their back's against the wall, and you can see the anticipation and how much harder they're working right now. They are working out there.
Holding Lakeview.
Yeah, and I saw it was the receiver going after the safety, and he stayed on him until the play ended, and maybe just got there just a little too long. But you can see these guys just really working right
Block
here.
in the back, good call there, and the guy who tripped him up got blocked in the back at the same time. Looked like a good call. Back to the 47 of Lakeview.
First down, 17 yards to go.
It was a spot foul, so it's not a loss of 10, it's a loss of 7 from the line of scrimmage. Wheaton going to take the handoff. Here he comes right, looking for an opening. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. The secondary is going to get him, but what a great tough run by Kamar Wheaton, who's become the workhorse for Lakeview.
Boy, you just got to watch these offensive linemen. Watch him pull it right here. Look at these two offensive linemen. One gets a clear out here, and here gives another clear out, and then follow it on. Boy, they are just opening it up, and then Wheaton is quick as a cat right there, and he's just scampering down the field.
He's also big with that quickness, 5'10", 180. He looks even bigger than that, if you ask me.
Got him.
Play action over the middle. Oh, he missed Caleb.
I believe that
Reed,
I believe the receiver thought that it wasn't going to go to him, kind of slowed down, and then all of a sudden Jermaine Johnson throws a bullet. It doesn't just loft it up there for him to run under.
No.
He just goes and throws a bullet. You can see he doesn't see him until the very end, and then he sees him, and then he throws a real nice bullet. But
slightly behind him, too. Reed tried to get a hand up there, but couldn't. It looked like he just threw it too hard also. As you said, he maybe need a little more air under it. 2nd and 10. I like the play call, though. Let's go back to that again. Wheaton going to reverse his field, looking for running room, and boy, he fights his way for a little bit. That play didn't have much going for it, and he got about 4 out of it.
Yeah, he does that all on his own. There's a guy sitting there waiting on him, and he just makes that guy miss because he's got a quick step. Watch this when he comes through here. Here's a guy right there. Whoop, whoop. See ya. And then
it's a quick juke.
Yeah, and then he makes another guy have to gang tackle him because he's going to drive through you. So nice job right there by the young man.
Ryan King eventually made the tackle. 3rd and 6. Could be 4-down territory. They made a field goal last possession. Johnson's going to go into the end zone with it. Oh, it went through the hands of the intended receiver. Had a step on the defender. That was Isaiah Harrow. Dropped it.
Well, I tell you, Johnson is settling down in the pocket now. He's throwing some good balls.
Good job by Harrow to beat Jabari Dawkins, and I'm pretty sure it went right through his hands. Let's see the replay.
You can't throw the ball any better than that one right there. I mean, he puts it right out there.
By the way, it's just right through his hands.
Yeah,
looks like they're going to go for this. No field goal attempt here. On 4th and 6, they need the 15-yard line, the Patriots, to keep this drive alive. Johnson in shotgun. We're under 10 on the play clock, so they're going to need to hurry. They may have to take time out and talk about this.
They will.
Yeah, they're not even going to wait for that to run down. So 7:23 left in the 3rd quarter. 21-3 Wylie, but Lakeview is driving here on GRS TV. We're just discussing what we would do. Would we go for the field goal or the first down here? And the first time they went for the field goal and made it. Now they're going to go for it on 4th and 6.
Yeah, basically the same situation, too.
Yeah, the same place on the field except an extra yard on the field goal if they tried it. At the 21, it's 4th and 6. Johnson has the snap. Going to hand it to, nope, play action, roll left.
He's got him wide open.
And wide open, as you said, and caught by Reed for the first down. Caleb Reed did a little chain hunting there.
Yeah, they just forgot about Reed sitting over there, he was open for a long period of time as well. He's just sitting there, and I didn't know if Johnson was going to even see him.
Good fake. He faked me out on that handoff.
He's just running, and I didn't even think he was going to see him, but boy, he finds him, throws a nice bullet.
Here's Wheaton, who jumps to his left over left guard, gets to the 6. Boy, he has a quick lateral step, doesn't he?
Solo tackle by Desmond.
He does, and I really like the play calling that Kendall Miller is putting together out there.
Yeah, they're mixing it up nicely on this drive.
They really are, and they're playing to Jermaine Johnson's strengths as well. They're not making him do things that he's uncomfortable with. You can tell they're throwing nice little quick passes.
2nd and 5.
He's going to score right here.
He gets a block from Haro and just strolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial. Jermaine Johnson, the number 3 quarterback until tonight. Now he's number 1.
Well, I tell you, look at 53 clearing it out here. Follow that big man. Great job turning it around. Now it's, you know, it's a 9-point game. Boy, they've really put 2 nice drives together.
46 yards on this one. The kick is up and good. Salcedo with another point, and Lakeview is within 11 points at 6:41 left in the first half. Wylie leads now 21-10 over Lakeview Centennial on GRS TV. Some folks in the stands tonight on a Friday night.
Yeah, they're finally getting something to celebrate.
It almost looked like JT Locklear, the Lakeview basketball coach. And there's your quarterback, Jermaine Johnson. Couldn't say that before tonight, as he is starting his first game because of injuries and looking good after he settled in a little bit. Jermaine
Ball's
Johnson.
on the ground again.
Oh boy, they've been successful on that. This time Wylie gets on it though, but not without trouble. McCray recovered it at the 29. I keep trying that kickoff.
Yeah, it's kind of working for him, putting it way up in the air and dropping it right where, you know, it's like a little gap right there, and it's kind of hit the ground and bounced around. They almost had an opportunity to pick it up again.
It's a big game for these two teams, 1-1 in district, and when you look at it, if you're going to make the playoffs, you got to win if you're playing Lakeview, and you got to win if you're playing Wylie. This could go a long way toward determining these two teams' playoff fates later on. Dixon in shotgun. Now the pressure comes late, and he gets it off anyway, almost picked off.
It was there.
Ollie was there, but it was a poor pass and off the hands of Ja'Cory Tarver.
Again, now you see that Dixon's, after he got kind of injured earlier on that ankle, he's really not moving around and trying to run the ball.
Yeah, they haven't even run with him
yet. He would
yet.
have probably took off and ran this ball earlier.
He's not limping though, Bobby, but it must be bothering him.
Yeah, that's bothering him.
Because the quarterback draw is one of his best plays, and we haven't seen one since early in this game, and then he got his leg hurt a little bit.
Yeah, and ever since then, they've just not done a whole lot on offense.
He just stands and throws it out to the right, caught by McCray for a short gain. He's run down from behind. And that's Jalen Graham with the first hit. We got a penalty marker over there on the far side, a little bit downfield. So what could this be? Maybe some kind of illegal use of the hands on the receiver. Here comes Kerry Moore, the referee. Ooh, unsportsman against Lakeview, unsportsman on Wylie. So why do they say that and they just offset themselves? Well, if the same guy does that again, then he's out of the game. So that's why they show it both ways. Otherwise, it really doesn't mean a whole lot. 3rd and 8 coming for Wylie.
Penalties, 3rd and 8.
Got 3 receivers out to this far left side from the right hash. Dixon, now he's going to hand it going the other way. Nice play here. McCray with big yardage and a first down. Dixon looked like he was going to sprint it out to this near side and then handed it going the other way, and it really fooled the Patriots.
Well, it did. That was a nice play.
I'd like to see that one again.
You see, everybody's going this direction like he's running, and then they just counter it back, and everybody has their block.
Yeah.
Boy, just a nice job right there by Brian Jones.
Good job by Caleb, no, excuse me, yeah, as you said, Jones, to play off that block and make that. Could have gone a long way. Dixon's going to option fake it and keep it. There's a Dixon run to the 49.
First one we've seen him run, I think, since he got hit,
I agree.
Kind of got hit on the ankle.
And he got 6 out of it. 5:14 and counting here in the second quarter. 21-10 Wylie, and they're driving it.
Game 7, 2nd and 3.
We can almost do anything after you get 7 on first down. And they've got a 4-receiver set, 3 out here to the wide left side. McCray, the running back, to the left of Dixon. Rashad's got some time on the 2-step drop. Going to step up and fire deep. Incomplete. There were 2 receivers in the area, but also 2 defenders. That play never had a chance.
Yeah, Caleb Ferguson was the closest one there. He turned into a receiver, and it was still too far for him.
I like the play call on 2nd and 3. I said you can almost do anything, and they did. Just didn't work.
Dixon shows he's got a pretty good arm. He threw that thing about 40 yards.
Well, from what I've seen, I think he's your all-district quarterback. We also saw him against Saxe earlier this year. Pretty good ball game on a Friday afternoon because of the weather problems. Saxe won that one. Dixon going to throw it again. Now he's flushed out, and he's going to take off with this one. Got a first down, gets a block downfield from Urbano and a big gainer. That's the Rashad Dixon that we know right there.
It's probably coming back because it looked like 2 flags fly out.
Good point. Holding Wylie. Boy, when 2 guys see it, there's a pretty good chance it's holding. See if we can see it, Bobby.
Yeah, it's right here to the right of your screen. As he takes off, you see big 78 and them, they just take him. See, he holds him, pulls him backwards. They both referees got that one.
A lot of pink on the Lakeview Centennial cheerleaders tonight. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You're going to see that all month in GISD football games. On the penalty, boy, what a change in field position. It's all the way back to the 42 of Wylie. 3rd and 13 Pirates. Now in their end of the field, they may have to punt if they don't get it. We're below 10 on the play clock, and they are not close to snapping it. 4, 3, 2, 1. No timeout, I don't think. Yeah, they just barely got the timeout. Back judge is about to throw that marker. So we'll take a break, too. 4:05 left in the first half. It's Wylie 21, Lakeview Centennial 10 on GRS TV. Big play here, 3rd and 13, Wylie at their own 42-yard line. 4:05 left in the half. There's that same reverse handoff and stripping it away. Ball loose. Looked like Graham stripped it. And does Lakeview have it or not? We wait for the signal. We're still waiting for the signal. And it is Lakeview Centennial football.
Well, Graham just, I mean, he has running room. And I don't know how Graham got a hold of him, but the only thing he grabs, I think, is the ball in the arm that the running back's got. I mean, the play worked perfect again.
Yep.
But look, Graham just reaches out and grabs the ball and then recovers it. Huge, huge play right here at the end of the first half. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left.
First and 10 Patriots.
Lakeview getting some good field position. Their last 2 possessions started at the 49 of Wylie and the 46 of Wylie. They got 10 points out of that. Looking for more here from the 45 of Wylie. Wheaton gets the handoff. Almost broke free, but got a nice pickup all the way to the 37 of 8 yards.
Well, you see big number 65 again, lead blocking for him.
Well, I'd be interested
Julius
in what,
Reed.
Sorry, Bobby. I'd be interested in what Wheaton's numbers are as we'll check that as we go along. I bet he's at least 75 yards already.
Boy,
and had
you got
one
those-
touchdown call back.
Those big guys like that lead blocking for you, they found something now. They're able to get out there on the edge and let Wheaton run.
Yeah, they came out throwing with the third string now starter quarterback, and then they started running it, and that's when they got successful. Johnson's going to throw again. Heaves it toward the end zone, a little
they
bit
get a
short.
penalty.
Contact,
There it is.
this could be interference against Wylie. Let's make sure, though. Sometimes they call it offensively, but I think this is defensive interference as they tried to get it to Haro.
Yeah, you know what happens is they underthrow the ball,
Yeah.
and when they do that, the receiver starts to try to come back to it and runs into the defender.
Sometimes a short pass is a good pass, and it is against Wylie. It'll be 15 yards.
Pass interference.
Yeah, here it
We're going to
is.
see
He
what
sees
Bobby
it.
was saying here.
He kind of underthrows it. When you do that, see, he has to come back. When he does that, the receiver runs into the defender. Boy, that
Almost caught it.
the defender really tried to do his best to not get in the way, but it still drew a flag.
First and 10 from the 21. Lakeview driving, trailing 21-10. Wheaton gets the handoff, tries to cut it back toward the middle, and he is down for a loss. Nice penetration and play there by Mackay Scroggins.
Solo tackle for the five.
And he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he follows his lead blockers pretty good, but Scroggins makes a good play right there as the linebacker.
Plenty of time at this point, although Lakeview with only 1 timeout left. We're got a running clock here with 2:42 and counting. Of course, by the time I spit it out, it's at 2:40. Second and 10. Lakeview taking their time at the line. Shotgun snap to Johnson. Wheaton's going to reverse his field again, and he's going to be cut down. Nice chase and tackle from behind to create the contact by Ryan King, number 44.
Yeah, again, it's that little counter play. Follow those big guards, but Ryan King just makes a good play at number 44 from the linebacker position. He's just able to track him down.
Good pursuit down the line because
Here
they
they
had the
come.
blocks otherwise.
Yeah.
For the Patriots.
He just ran him down by pursuing down the line. Lakeview taking a lot of time, although there's still 15 on the play clock. We're under 2 minutes here in the first half. 3rd and 6, could be 4-down territory. They get the snap off. Johnson's just going to keep it around left end, and he is in major trouble. Boy, that looked like their heads were in the playbook there. Patrick Ames, the outside linebacker, ran him down.
Yeah, he strings the play out. That's what you want. You don't want anybody to get outside of you.
We got a timeout taken here.
And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get outside, but when he takes that block on and brings it on out, it strings the play out too far. Just a great play by the defensive end there.
Take a break. 1:35 first half. 21-10 Wylie.
Timeout.
Back with more on GRS TV. Scott Powell, Bobby George back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Lakeview needs points badly, trailing 21-10. They're at the Wylie 21-yard line. 1:35 left and 1 timeout. And they're going to set up for a field goal here on 4th and 10. Sauceda, they'll put it down at the 28 from the left hash. He already has a 37-yard field goal. This one would be 38 yards. Good snap and hold. This is going to be low and short. They may have gotten a hand on it. I don't think so. So Lakeview comes up empty, although they started at the 45 of Wylie.
Yeah, it left a lot of time on the clock, too. You got a minute and a half left. So you're really going to have to buckle down on defense and not let anything happen.
Now, the good news is the Pirates only have one timeout left.
21, first down.
Lakeview has one if they need it. Going to scrimmage from the 21. That was the line of scrimmage on the field goal miss. Let's see if they come out running or throwing. Going to run it.
Well, he's bottled
and nothing doing. That's going to be a loss. Look at the pursuit. Look at the number of tacklers on the play as Malik Ford got nowhere. Now I would think they're just going to run it out or try to. Now Lakeview does have the one timeout. They're going quickly though from the 19. It looks like.
Second down, 12 yards to go for Wylie.
Makes you wonder if they're interested in throwing it here. Otherwise, why would you line up quickly?
Well, they'll sit and look back and forth to the sidelines, too.
Dixon's going to take off with it. And a short gain. Again, good gain tackling at the 20. It's going to be 3rd and 11. Clock still running under 45 seconds.
Yeah,
if you're Wylie and you're just running it, why not let it just run down?
Yeah, and I tell you, now we've got the referee here. He's going to tell us what's going on out there. But it looks like Kendall Miller and their defensive squad has just figured out what they want to do with Dixon. And it looks like they've got somebody shading him the whole time now and not allow him to run.
Kendall Miller's going to talk to the officials some more here. Boy, he's had a lot of conversations with the referee tonight. They're having another one right here.
Penalty on the play.
They're going to decline a holding call. No. Well, they moved it to the 11, which would say they did not decline it, but the referee was motioning declined.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the discussion is right now.
Well, I mean, if it's declined, move it back to the 21. Otherwise, they took it. Kendall complaining possibly about the clock continuing to run and did not get turned off. So we'll see what they do here.
Which I don't know. You probably want the clock to go ahead and run
yeah,
out. I don't know why you'd want it.
Well, Lakeview thinks they might be able to get it back here and do something with it. Maybe a Hail Mary. That might be what they're thinking.
I mean, still 3rd down. You could just sit on it for 2 plays and you wouldn't get the ball back. But
yeah, I mean, Wylie can run this out if they really want to. Especially if Lakeview took the penalty, that gives them an extra play. Instead of 3rd and 11, it'll be 2nd and 21.
I believe.
New quarterback. Dixon lost his helmet on the last play, so their backup is in there. This could be an interesting snap if they're going to stay in shotgun.
It's been so long since with the last play. We're going to almost forget what's going on here. You can see right here, he's running. See whose helmet comes off there. Boom, there it is. And so he has to go out of the game for 1 play.
Mason
Backup
Lang
comes in.
Mason Lang is the backup.
Yep. So we'll see if they just take the snap and take a knee here. They did. They put 38 seconds back on the clock.
So Lakeview may get this back if all goes well. They at least could pressure a punt, try and block it. But that's 2 downs from now. They're going to move it to 3rd down. So how do you mark off 10 yards and lose it down? That one makes no sense to me. They marked 10 yards off on the penalty and changed the down to 3rd. Bobby, I know more football than that. That's uncalled for. I don't understand. I would think Wylie should be upset now. And Wylie takes timeout. Maybe Bill Howard. Yeah, Bill Howard is pointing at the official saying 2nd down, not 3rd down. See what I'm saying? They marked it off and changed the down. And Bill Howard's telling them about it right now, the Wylie head coach.
And they are.
And by the way, the clock ran all the way down to 11. For some reason, they started the clock.
Yeah, they start the clock when they set the ball.
Oh, okay, he did wind the clock,
yeah,
the referee. Okay,
they let it run all the way down before the time ran out on the play clock and called the timeout.
Now they changed the down. No, they still haven't changed the. Or
yeah,
have
they did. They moved it to 2nd down now.
Okay, they got that right at least. And the clock at 11. So let's just take a knee and go to the locker room here because there's not much else you can do.
Well, you're going to have to.
It's second down. Wylie's in victory formation.
Yeah, they're going to take the snap and take a knee.
All Lakeview had to do was take a timeout, which they didn't, to let, that time ran off like that. Kendall still talking to the referee. Kendall Miller out beyond the numbers over here on the near sideline.
I'm not sure what the argument is because they still have 2 more downs.
Maybe he thought the clock shouldn't have been running there.
Or 10-yard line.
And he's going to have the line judge go talk. Boy, all
What's
I know
going
is
on
that we've
Kendall
been
said,
sitting
Kendall
here
said, he goes, I declined that penalty, so they shouldn't have got the down over, but they did. They moved the ball back.
Yep, like he took the penalty. And moved it back to second down. So now he's saying I declined it, which the referee did signal declined.
Okay, so now they're going to move the ball up. So now he talked his way into this one.
So it's going to be third down back near the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have to put the clock. They're going to have to put the time back on the clock to figure this back up. It's got to go back to 38 seconds.
And again, that gives Lakeview a chance to get the ball back here, possibly with just a little bit of time left.
If you're going to do this, you have to move the clock back up to 38 seconds.
Yes, you do.
You can't leave it on 11 seconds.
I say let's just go to the locker room and get the bands out there. This is a mess.
Well, while they're doing this, let me tell you what the stats were.
There you go.
It looks like Wheaton had 14 attempts for 94 yards. Jermaine Johnson had 7 yards on 2 attempts, and he got the touchdown.
So
Jermaine Johnson, 6 of 14 for 45 yards and 1 interception on passing. So they were really behind, and now they're at 148 total yards, 8 first downs, 45 in the air, 17 rush attempts for 103. So they've started to pick it up this last part of the second half or the second quarter. And Wylie had 125 right there in the first quarter, and now since then they really haven't done anything. They're stuck at 175 total yards.
Okay, they're going to keep the clock at 11 seconds. It's 3rd and 11. Now Lakeview could take a timeout if they take a knee here. They do have 1 timeout remaining.
Well, they've really messed the clock up because they put it like that he took the timeout, started the clock at 38 seconds, and let it run down to 11.
This is just a big mess. And now the play clock runs out. No flag. Maybe they took a timeout. Wylie was out of timeouts. So they're just going to take a 5-yard penalty, I guess.
Now
Bill Howard's talking to the referee. I'm sure Kerry Moore and his crew are ready to get to the locker room. A lot to do about not much here.
Well, we look up at the Garland and the Saxe game that's been played. They're already halfway into the third quarter.
42-0
And they started
Saxe.
at the same exact time as this game.
Wylie took a timeout even though the scoreboard said they didn't have any left before they took it. Now the scoreboard is just information. It's not official, but maybe they had 1 left. Just more confusion.
Resuming play, 3rd down.
Resuming play, the PA announcer, Bronny, says. Boy, I'd love to resume play. We've been talking about this, for 10 minutes now?
Yeah, and I think it's all going to be for naught because they're just going to take the ball. They got 2 plays to...
Yeah, it's only 3rd down, but they may force a punt here if they can stop them. Now the play's over.
Just going to let the clock run all the way down.
Will Lakeview take a timeout or not?
I guess they did.
Yeah, so they're going to force them to at least line up in punt formation, which is they wanted them to at least have to punt the ball. And now they'll get some pressure on him, but if I'm the punter, I just run around a little bit maybe unless I don't know, 7 seconds is enough time to create some havoc.
Solo tackle. Previous play.
I'll tell you, here's what I would do if I'm Wylie. I get that snap and I kick it as quickly as I can and just get it out of there. Get it off your foot and out of there, and then here comes your halftime. You know, don't take your time. Don't look for a thing of beauty. Just have the quarterback just get it out of there off of his right foot, and we're to the half. Don't give Lakeview any chance to block this. Halftime coming up, then we'll be back with the second half. Again, all week you can see this game as well as the South Garland Rowlett game here on GRS TV. It has taken about 15 minutes to play the last 11 seconds here. And it looks like they're going to line up at least in punt formation. You know, the snap is the first most important thing. If they get a good snap, then we can get to the half. It's a good one, and he gets it off.
Oh, and they hit him.
No penalty.
What?
No penalty. The punter wants the call. He didn't get it from the referee,
I mean,
and that's going to do it.
They completely tackled him, but the referees are like, just go to the half.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
That'll
do it for the first half. It's been a good one. It was Wylie 21-0. Lakeview Centennial comes back, and Lakeview trails 21-10 at the half. We'll be back with the second half shortly here on GRS TV. Scott Powell, Bobby George back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium as we're about ready to start the second half, as we'll have those first half highlights coming shortly. 21-10 Wylie. They jumped out to a 21-0 lead. Lakeview made a little bit of a comeback, and here are your highlights. Some beautiful blue jerseys of Lakeview Centennial. Lots of folks on hand.
First quarter was all Wylie. 21 points.
Here's Rashad Dixon, the quarterback, on an early run. Breaks a couple of tackles and goes the distance for their first touchdown.
Yeah, 25-yarder. Leap forward on his 1-yard touchdown run.
This will be a touchdown pass to Donovan Ollie.
Yeah, 22-yard pass from Rashard Dixon.
Sauceda with the first field goal of the night.
Yeah, first points
Only
on the
field
board
goal.
right there. Second quarter comeback.
37 yards, and then they score on their next possession. That's Johnson, the quarterback, with the 6-yard run.
Good strip right there.
Lakeview Centennial will,
Changing the game.
Lakeview will get the ball first in the second half. Looked like Wylie was just going to run away with this one, and Lakeview made a nice comeback.
Yeah, that second quarter, they were able to put those points on the board, or it would have been getting out of hand. So they were able to put 10 unanswered points on the board that second quarter. And I tell you, they really dominated that second quarter.
Let's take a break. Be back with the kickoff in a moment here on GRS TV. Now Wylie will kick off to start the second half. Pretty interesting first half. Lakeview and Wylie both 1-1 in district. This is a key game for both, especially down the road. We may look back at this as a big win for one or the other. Kickoff return on the short kick. And that is Garnet Burke.
Well, there was a little confusion on who was going to catch that kick. And that could have been really dangerous for the Patriots, but they figured it out right before they caught the ball. Well, if they would have collided, that ball would have been loose. That would have been terrible.
First down. Here come the Patriots from their own 29. Ball on the right hash. Going to send 3 receivers to that wide side left. The lone back, Kamar Wheaton, with the quarterback, Jermaine Johnson. Third string coming, well, actually, it wasn't even a quarterback coming in, but lost their first 2 quarterbacks the last 2 weeks, and Johnson has stepped in nicely tonight. Hands it to Wheaton for a short gain over left guard to the 31.
Now they run that play over and over and over. You can see the guard, number 53, lead blocking for him.
Yeah, he comes in as the left half, takes the handoff, and then cuts it back to his left where he came from. It's kind of, I've never seen that before. It's very unusual.
Yeah, it's a little counter step. He goes right, and then he's waiting for his guard to pull for him.
You see, yeah, you
to lead block.
Good way of describing it. It's a counter step. Usually you see a counter handoff. Johnson on the quarterback keeper almost got the first down to the 38-yard line. He's a yard short. Gain of 7.
Brought down by Ryan King and Andrew Williams.
Andrew Williams, one of the tacklers for Wylie. 3rd and 1 to keep this drive alive. 4 receivers in the pattern, just spreading the field. I would think they're going to run it, but Caleb Reed, the wing on the left, jumped off, so now it's going to be 3rd and 6. That's an important penalty. He was on a different snap count.
Start against the Patriots.
Yeah, it takes that 3rd and short to long distance. So it makes you have to change a completely different play. Think about what you're going to do now.
We saw a lot of false starts in that Rowlett South Garland game last night. Haven't had many of those type penalties tonight, which are mostly just concentration penalties or lack of. They stack 2 receivers to the right, 3 receivers are wide, and Wheaton the lone back. 3rd and 6, probably would have to punt it away if they don't get it. And first of all, we're going to have a timeout. So let's take a break too. 10:28 left, 3rd quarter. 21-10 Wylie here on GRS TV. Following the timeout, Lakeview with a 3rd and 6. Going to go with 3 receivers to the wide side right. See if Johnson rolls this way, needing 6 yards. Jermaine's got the ball, looking left the whole way. Not much of a rush. He gets it off, and it's just a little bit low. Haro tried to go down and get it, but it's incomplete.
Boy, it was there enough that he could have got that one. I think he'd like to have that one over because he had to launch his body out to get it, kind of dive for it, but it was there, and it would have been a first down.
In punt formation for the Patriots, Jason Saucedo.
Jason Saucedo will punt for the 3rd time tonight, it appears.
And, they've had a lot of trouble punting the ball. There's been a lot of guys getting right through
First two for a 45-yard average. This is going to be a low liner.
Oh, good
but gets a good roll. It's unreturnable, so this is going to be, it's going to look great in the box score. It was not a thing of beauty as it rolls dead at the 16-yard line. That is a 51-yard punt,
Yeah,
mostly on the ground.
Yeah, that's a designed punt, though. You got to realize he's doing the rugby punt. He's almost rolling out, punting that way.
And a lot of it to evade the rush.
Yeah, but it's designed for that. You're not trying to get hang time. You're trying to kick it and make it roll.
It also allows you to kind of head it toward the sideline and get it away from the return man, which you did a good job of.
Yeah, UT used to run that all the time. Every time they would punt, they would do that rugby-style punt, and a lot of teams have kind of going that way with it.
Rashad Dixon throwing on first down, caught Donovan Ollie. He's taken out of bounds for a short. Now they're going to say it's incomplete as he dropped it.
Oh, wow.
Ollie thought he had it long enough. I thought he may have had it long enough and then fumbled it out, but they're going to say incomplete all the way.
Yeah, look at him. He's like, what I have to do to catch the ball
I got to kind of agree with him. Let's see. It looks like a catch to me. That's a long catch, boys and girls. I mean, that's a fumble out of bounds. How do you call that incomplete? He had the ball for 2 or 3 seconds. Anyway, 2nd and 10.
Those referees been watching the NFL too long. They forgot what a catch is, too.
Yeah, they don't know what it is in the NFL. How can you be expected to know what it is in high school? Dixon on a quarterback draw. Finds an opening, fights away from a tackler, and that's a pretty good run from Dixon. Going to give him a first down out to the 30-yard line. 14 yards.
Well, that's what he does best. He looks out around. Well, see, he is still hobbling. His ankle's hurt, but you see he looks, and it's a little draw play. They had it covered. You see number 18 there. Adams sitting there waiting on him, but he does make a good move, uses his blockers, and gets outside.
Showed a little stiff arm also. Ball on the left hash. They got 3 receivers wide right. Dixon's looking left, though. Now he surveys, gets in trouble. Ball's on the ground. Who's got it? Looks like Wylie got it back.
Are they going to call that incomplete pass, or are they going to call it a fumble?
I think they've called it a fumble.
Sure enough.
So that's like a sack right there. Lost back to the 22 of 8 yards.
He has a lot of time to throw the ball. You see, look, he's got good protection. He's just nobody's open.
Good point on whether it's a fumble or a incomplete pass.
They're going to give Victor Smith, number 50, credit for the sack and strip.
2nd and 18. Lots of time. Surveys going deep down the middle. Open receiver. Caught him. No, he dropped it. You heard me say caught on the, and then he dropped it.
Isaiah, that's a hard catch, though. I mean, you're running so fast, you're looking back, and your eyes start bobbling with your feet. And it's a very difficult catch because the ball's going so far in the air. That ball must have traveled 35, 40 yards, and you're running full speed. Your eyes are bobbling. Just dropped it.
You know, that would have been a tough catch for me, but I was not a wide receiver. I mean, you've got to make that catch. It hit him in dead stride. 3rd and 18. Wow, we may look back on that as being a big play later on. Interesting call on 3rd and 18. Just a simple handoff left and not much doing for McCray, and they're going to have to punt it away. What a huge drop.
Yeah, you take that away, and all of a sudden now you're punting. It could have been a touchdown. Now you're punting the ball, giving Lakeview an opportunity. Whew, big play right there by the defense. Number 90 coming down the line right there.
You want to attempt that name, Bobby?
Iwana?
How about the first name?
That's Ikuwana.
First name looks like the last name. Pretty good punt, end over end. Toward this near sideline, non-returnable, and they're going to down it at the 37. Boy, we've seen some good punting tonight.
That's what I was going to say. Both teams have done an excellent job on flipping the field.
36 yards for this one. 7:54, 3rd quarter, still 21-10. Wylie, remember, it was 21-0 Wylie midway through the 1st quarter.
I think that, you know, the Patriots have kind of found something with their guards pulling and having that running game right behind those guards and getting to the edge. It's really been working for them. It really worked for them in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they continue that.
2 receivers each way for Jermaine Johnson, the lefty at quarterback. Kamar Wheaton now to his right in the backfield. Gonna hand, nope, play action fake. Drop it off to West, who catches it and gets a block and breaks a tackle and still going.
Ooh, strong run.
All the way to the 45 of Wylie. That's an 18-yard gain.
Yeah, and again, a nice setup pass here. Just drops him down. Everybody forgets about him because they think it's a run. Safeties are all moving to the right. Drop it down in the flats.
I'll tell you one thing I've noticed about Johnson. He is good on the ball fakes. That's twice he's faked me out tonight.
Yeah, he's hiding it real well.
He'll pull it out and keep it here, but he's downed after he got back to the line of scrimmage. Nice open field shoestring tackle there by Desmond Adamson, who's done that 2 or 3 times tonight. No gain.
Yeah, if he doesn't get him, I think he's got a little running room. Watch this little opens up with that trap. He gets to the outside.
1 foot he got. He is really good at that shoestring tackle. 2nd and 10 at the 45 of Wylie. West in motion over to this near side. Going to hand it to Wheaton, looking for a block from the right side of the line. He gets a pretty good gainer out to the 40 for 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
You got to give a lot of credit to Jermaine Johnson, though. I mean, you know, you haven't been the quarterback all year long, and all of a sudden you got 1 week to figure out all the plays, all the motions, all the signals from. I mean, they're looking back at the coach and trying to figure out what the play is. So they had to have some kind of, you know, dummied down offense for him to start this game. But it looks like now they're opening up the playbook, and he's kind of figuring it all out. He's watching the coaches from the sideline, changing plays, and he's executing it.
I've seen worse third-string quarterbacks.
Yeah, it takes a lot of studying just to know all of the signals that they do.
Timeout. Lakeview Centennial will take one. 6:15 left, 3rd quarter. Wylie leading it, but Lakeview driving down 21-10 here on GRS TV. Back to play. Lakeview Centennial might be in 4-down territory. 3rd and 5. They're definitely out of field goal range. Play action fake over the middle. Caught, and it may go the distance. It will go the distance.
Wow.
Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial.
Woo, what a play.
Isaiah Harrow.
He just runs a little flat, nails what we call it, little nail like a little short, skinny post. And look at this bullet right on the money.
What a pass. And he led him perfectly.
Yeah, he didn't have to slow down for it. And when you do that, you're just going to outrun everybody because you don't have to slow down for it.
He could throw that 5 times and maybe not throw it that well the other 4. Here, oh, they dropped the snap. And going to be just down for a loss there. Just, it looked like a decent snap, and Kwame Long just dropped it. So, Lakeview's on the board, though. It's now a 1-possession game with 6:06 left in the 3rd. 21-16. They're on the way back, trailing Wylie here on GRS TV. Lakeview Centennial sideline after a touchdown. That's Jermaine Johnson, number 17, who just threw a perfect strike to Isaiah Harrow. 21-16. They were down 21-0, the Patriots. Real short kick. It's going to be caught on a dive by McCray, excuse me.
Caleb McCray.
Yeah, they've had a hard time, recovering that kickoff, and McCrary does a good job of just going out and getting it, not letting it drop on the ground, because it just about did again.
None of them look easy the way they cover them. Every one of them are dangerous looking. Ever since Lakeview recovered the first short one that they tried back in the first half. Pirates with the 1st and 10 from the left hash, their own 33, going left to right here in the third. Hand off to McCray, breaks loose from the scrum, out down the sideline, gets a block from the receiver, and he'll finally be run out at the Lakeview 44-yard line. He just bounced out of a scrum in the middle there.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I mean, let's see here. They've got him right here, all wrapped up. He just spins out of it.
The official had to be tempted to blow the whistle and say the play was over. That's how close it was to being over. Gain of 23, a fresh set of downs for the Pirates. 2 receivers each way. Dixon. Bubble screen that is over the head of Ollie. He appeared to get some fingertips on it, but it's incomplete.
He had some time to run, too, because there was only one defender. The linebacker didn't get out there quite in time, so he had a blocker out in front of him.
Not Dixon's best pass of the night. Second and 10, 2 back set this time, either side of Dixon. Now they send one in motion. Going to give it on that little inside reverse. McCray's got big yardage. He'll be a little bit short of the first down, but it's going to set up a 3rd and 1 after the 9-yard gain.
Well, they get behind their big linemen, and they do that little counter step and go back the other direction against the grain. See that back there, and then boom, he cuts it right back.
It's been their best play all night consistently.
Yeah, he gets going one way and cuts back.
As you call it, the step counter. That's a great way of defining it. Dixon's going to keep on the draw, and he's got plenty for the first down. Didn't need much to the 32, a gain of 3.
Boy, he hid that one well. Couldn't hardly tell who had the ball.
Rarely does the first hit get Dixon. His yak is pretty good tonight.
See how he got all the blue jerseys going after the running back. He hit it so well.
Dixon has 3 receivers wide right here on 1st and 10. Now they may be changing the play. Under 10 minutes, or under 5 minutes, excuse me, and counting here in the third. Here comes the blitz, but they pick it up. Fire caught by Ollie for a short gain to the 26. That's 6 yards. Good job of getting rid of it with the blitz coming.
Yeah, they were after him quick there. He had to take that one and throw it before he was ready.
And nobody got close to him. They picked it up nicely.
7 seconds.
They're giving Ollie so much room out here. You know, they got 3 receivers to the other side, but they're actually throwing it back to this side to Ollie with a single receiver set.
He's their leading receiver, and they got one-on-one coverage. May get some help from a safety, but I'd go deep, and it would definitely be one-on-one. Dixon's just going to keep this. He stood up.
I don't think he got it either.
I think he's about a half-yard short. The mark will be everything, but the officials are saying he's short.
Yeah, the linebacker stepped up on that one. They saw him coming.
Gain of 2. He needed 3. It is 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 for the Pirates.
Probably 4-down territory if they don't get it and still need a yard. Again, they're only 0 for 1 on field goals this year, so they don't like to kick it. Going to sweep it
he
left.
Doesn't get
Contact, and
did he swing forward?
Loses a yard or 2. Nice tackles. He slings him down. Corbin Harrington.
Yes, the outside linebacker makes a huge stop right there.
Forcing a 4th and 2.
There was 2 in the backfield, so he gets a lead block. Boy, would he wrapped him up tight.
It's a nice open field tackle. If he's a little looser with it, he's got the first down.
Well, he wrapped him up, got both arms all the way around him.
Wylie's going. This would be a 41-yard field goal attempt if they tried it. They're going on 4th and 2. Dixon rides the handoff. And it's going to be short. McCray does not get it. Give the Lakeview defense a lot of credit. That's a stand.
Well, they are going crazy now. The momentum has shifted. Wylie early with 21 points. But Since then, the Patriots have really fired up on both ends of the ball, offensively and defensively.
2 1-1 teams. The winner of this game is going to be in the catbird seat on the way to a playoff berth. The loser is going to be in some trouble. This is a big game for both teams.
Well, Victor Smith just makes a huge play right there. So 2 big plays, Corbin Harrington and then Victor Smith.
First and 10, 24. Jermaine Johnson, the lefty, back in at quarterback. 4-man defensive front, 7 men in the box. Johnson's going to keep it around the end. Good job of turning the corner, and he's going to have a first down. They're going to mark him out about the 41-yard line.
Well, they thought they had him. They knew Ron King read it perfectly.
Give him 15 to the 39.
Johnson just outruns him, gives him a little quick step inside and outruns him to the outside.
Yeah, he really turned it on there. I didn't know Johnson had that much speed until that play. Now he's going to run left with it. Tried to bounce it outside. He's going to be tackled from behind in the backfield. Nice play there. And that's that number 90. I'll let you handle the name, Bobby. It's a tough one, folks. I catch you, I wanna. That's the way I would say it. I came close, at least, I think. 6'3", 220 pounds, defensive lineman. 2nd and 10, no gain. Four receivers in this set, just going to spread it and hand it off, and nothing doing here. I don't think that was Wheaton either. Yeah, that was Kamara Wheaton. Very rarely have we seen him tackled for a loss tonight. Although it looks like they're going to give him just barely back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming for Lakeview. In their own territory, so you got to get this to keep the drive alive. 1:50 and counting. 21-16, Wylie leading, but Lakeview has scored the last 16 points.
Yeah, you got to pick up a little bit of yards here. Look for this little sideline pass where they have Jermaine rolling out.
Wind has picked up a little bit, and they're into the wind here in the 3rd. Going to go over the middle.
Oh,
and too high and picked off because it was too high and returnable. Is this 26 again? There is a penalty marker on the return. They're probably going to back them up a little bit.
Yeah, they get a little block in the back as they...
If it's 26, that's his 2nd of the night. And 26?
I tell you, he had him coming through the middle. It's exactly the play that they scored on earlier, where they're sitting the little skinny post, which is called the nail, and he has him wide open, just puts it a little bit over his head. When he does, it bounces off his hands, and they pick it off.
Jamie Marlin playing center field. They are going to get a 10-yard walk-off, but still have the football here with the Wylie Pirates. 2nd interception of the night for Johnson.
Look at him waiting on it, and it opens up perfectly right there. He's wide open.
1:19 here in the 3rd quarter. Wylie 21-16 lead and the football at their own 49. Least he didn't get it picked off deep in their own territory. I mean, there's better places to commit turnovers.
Yeah. Well, you just hurt because you know you had the opportunity right there. He had a lot of running room if he catches that one.
Dixon fakes the handoff, keeps it. You got a defender just hanging on from behind, being drug about 5 yards. And the tackle eventually goes to Victor Smith, number 50.
Yeah, I tell you, they just
comes off the field.
They're swarming to the ball. Yeah, he looks like his shoulder get a little stinger or something. As soon as he comes up, he's coming off the field. He sees it.
Well, look at him being drug. Probably hurt it on that play right there.
Yeah.
Boy, he knew he was hurt and came off immediately. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, they're looking at him on the sideline. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain.
A stinger can hurt. That's why it's called a stinger. Play action fake. Dixon going to go deep.
Goodness,
wide open is Ollie, but he couldn't get there. Oh, that would have been a quick 6 and a big 6-point play for Wylie.
They executed that play so good. I mean, what he's doing is he's looking down underneath. See him look at him and pumping that, and then that makes all the safeties and everybody come up to get that bubble route, and then he just tosses it over the top of them. Just a beautifully executed play.
Also causing that to work, though, is they gave him time to do all that. The offensive line gave him the protection. He could have turned and thrown that to the right side. He had so much time. 3rd and 7 at the Lakeview 48. 4 receivers in the pattern all day. Now it closes, and Dixon is down. That's a coverage sack. He couldn't find anybody open.
Woo, he's celebrating. He's having a good time now.
Corbin Harrington was there. Also there was Jordan Wilson.
Yeah, coming up the middle. There he goes. He gets loose.
Yeah, Wilson did most of it as he got loose, like you said. And again, he had plenty of time to throw it. Give the secondary a lot of credit there.
There he is. Well, that makes you feel good when you work that hard and finally get in there and get that guy.
Well, that's going to do it for the third quarter. Can Lakeview come all the way back? They've come back from a 21-point deficit to make it 21-16 as we go to the fourth quarter here on GRS TV.
I think I'll give you
we're still here.
I'll give you a couple of stats for that third quarter now.
There you go.
Boy, I'm telling you, Lakeview has really started to put it together after that first quarter. You know, that Wylie they had 8 first downs in that first quarter. Since then, they've only had 2. They've only allowed 235 yards, and most of that was in the first quarter. 186 on the ground is all they've been able to put together. So Lakeview, they've put 235 yards up as well. So we're at a total deadlock on total yards. Wylie with 235, Lakeview with 235. So a close game here.
Can it get any more even than that? The only difference is a 5-point lead on the scoreboard, and that's improved from the beginning when it was 21-0. And Lakeview's going to get the ball back. This will be the final play of the third quarter. They put a second back on that clock. Cunningham drops the snap, and Lakeview's going to get it to start the fourth quarter. The comeback will continue when we start the fourth quarter at the Wylie 30-yard line. It's 21-16 Pirates here on GRS TV. There is the Lakeview sideline, and their Patriots are on the comeback trail, trailing by 5, and just got a fumbled punt snap that they recovered at the Wylie 30. So see if the Patriots can finally take their first lead of the game here.
Yeah, they really need to make them pay for that one.
Wheaton's going to get the handoff on the counter step play and gets to the outside before he's run out of bounds. Yeah, he's going to get 7 out of that.
Forced out of bounds by Azan.
Well, if he can kind of just slow down and find that little hole that develops and just cut it up a little bit. And right now he's trying to get outside, all the way outside and outrun everybody, but he's really got a lane right about where the tight end would be sitting.
In other words, a little more patience.
A little more patience, and it'll open up and you just take it in.
2nd and 3. Johnson's going to keep. He's close to the first down, but I think he's a little bit short. The mark is going to be everything, but I think he's going to be a half-yard short.
This offensive line is really starting to take advantage of Wylie right now. They've really been overpowering them with their quickness.
It will be 3rd and 1. Could be 4-down territory. A field goal would get you within 2. They've already kicked a 37-yarder tonight, Sauceda has. Right now it'd be a 38-yarder from this point. I'm thinking if it's 4th and 1, though, they'd probably go for it.
Wylie's been on defense for a lot of part of this game now. They are starting to see a lot of guys with their hands on their knees.
3rd and less than a yard needed. Oh, he dropped it but picked it up. That's going to cost him a yard, although he fought forward and got real close to the first down before they drove him back.
Yeah, I think they're going to call him a little short, so it's going to be 4th and a half a yard.
The drop just kind of threw off the timing of the play, and he got all he could out of that, by the way. Watch him just keep fighting forward here. He's hit 3 yards behind it. Give Johnson a lot of credit there. He looked like a fullback there.
Well, if he had any of these guys help push right there, he would have got the first down. They all stopped on the play and started watching. If they were able to get behind him and push him, he probably would have got that first.
Johnson's got the play from the sideline. They're going to have to hurry. We're down to 7. Here they come to the line quickly on 4th and 1. Johnson under center, turns,
Fumble.
The
Ball's
handoff
out.
was a poor exchange, and Wylie's got it. They went a little too quickly. He tried to turn and hand it to Wheaton, and they never made a good exchange. As we'll probably see on the replay here. I think it was just a poor handoff.
Well, you haven't ran anything like that the whole game, and all of a sudden you try to do this play, and usually you would take that snap and just run with it, but he tries to hand it off, and it's just too fast. I don't think he would have got the play anyway if he would have handed it off to Wheaton. Wheaton gets hit as soon as he touches the ball.
First and 10 for the Pirates. They'll take over on their
So Wylie with a first and 10. 10-18 left. Lakeview's still got time, trailing 21-16. Here go the Pirates with 3 receivers right. They're just going to hand it on the fullback dive. A short gain to the 25. Not much doing there. That was Caleb McCray. They'll give him forward progress for 2.
Corbin Harrington. Victor Smith.
Boy, Akawana, he was just right there in the middle. He is just a big guy, 6'3", 220 pounds. He just grabbed a hold of him and drove him backwards.
Wylie going quickly here on 2nd and 8. Short pass caught. Going to drive him back, but he'll be given the 30 and be 3 yards short on 3rd down.
Yeah, that whistle needs to come out a little earlier because that's 2 plays in a row where Wylie has been stood up and drove 3, 4, 5 yards back. And that's when people will start getting mad at each other and tempers will fly.
In a football game?
You got to
Bobby.
blow the whistle right there and stop the play.
Yeah, I'm kidding you.
People get hurt.
It's going to be 3rd and 3. They'd have to punt it away if they don't get it, you would think, at their own 30-yard line, as we're down to 9:15 and counting by the time I'm through talking.
Boy, it's funny if you can watch the defensive coaches down here for the Patriots. They are doing some exercises trying to call these plays. And they're going to be worn out.
Calisthenics?
Yeah, they're going to be more wore out than the players, I think.
We're going to have a timeout taken. Boy, there's a waste of a timeout right there, taken by Wylie. We'll take one, too. 9 minutes exactly left in this one. 2 1-1 teams. Crucial game, and it's Wylie 21, Lakeview 16 on GRS TV. Third and 3, Dixon throws it, far sideline, it's caught. I believe he got a foot in. Yes, it's a catch. And a first down to the Lakeview Centennial. They're still marking it. Look, give him the 41-yard line.
Boy, he gets the
Look at this
pressure on him.
pass.
Watch this, right on him. He hits him as soon as he throws it. But that ball was in the air for a long time.
He threw it off the back foot because of the pressure. Nice pass.
Yeah, he gets 4 steps in. There's no doubt that was a catch.
Malik Ford with that catch.
Looks like he's got a cramp going on down here. Can't see the number.
No, the way they're messing with his leg, it's got to be a cramp. Why don't we take a break? 8:52, 4th quarter. 21-16 Wylie over Lakeview on GRS TV. Zach Adams limping off the field. They certainly need him back, but he'll have to come out for a play.
Yeah, I think he's got some cramps going on in his leg. He's the one that hit the quarterback as he released the ball.
That was a 29-yard gain to the 41 of Lakeview Centennial. Boy, a touchdown for Wylie would be, that's getting close to the final nail in the coffin for Lakeview. They've got to stop him here or at least hold him to a field goal, which would make it an 8-point margin. Right now it's a 5-point lead for the Pirates. Plenty of time, clock running 8:35. Stop pattern caught by Ollie. Tries to get the first down. He's hit and driven back. The forward progress, that will be everything, and they're going to mark him a little bit short.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Tarver right there makes a great stop. Of course, Ollie drives him deep because he thought he was going to go deep for the pass this time.
What a great, yeah, it's a great tackle. I'm not sure he didn't get it, by the way, but a nice open field tackle with some leverage from Ja'Cory Tarver. It is 2nd and 1, almost a free play. Boy, they've really spread the offensive line out for this play. Dixon's going to keep it on the draw and going to be hit. And he's going to be real close to the first down. Only got a yard, but that's all he needed. Now they're going to signal a first down.
Yep, move the chains. There they go.
Again, this is a very important possession in this football game. If Wylie makes it a 2-possession game, Lakeview's chances are going to be slim. They're pretty methodical as it is, you know, with their offense tonight. Malik forward sweep left, has the edge, loses the ball, and it goes out of bounds.
Boy, how fortunate are you there, man? That ball flew straight up in the air like it was a punt.
Little hang time on the fumble there.
Yeah, and goes out of bounds. I mean, that is fortunate right there.
They also got a first down, gain of 13 to the 19. Lakeview has got to find a way to keep him out of the end zone here.
Yeah, he gets a lot of running room here, a lot of lane. And pow, look at that.
Nice strip.
Nice.
Just pulled the arm away from the football. Dixon gonna hand it. And this is the first carry of the night for Trey Sheffield. He gets a short gain, another tackle by number 55, Jordan Wilson, from behind.
Well, we've called his name all night long.
He's had a few tackles from behind tonight.
Yeah, he's had a couple. He's all around the ball all the time.
Not many defensive linemen make behind the back tackles like that. 2nd and 8 on the 2-yard gain. And we're under 7 minutes. This clock is starting to get away from the Patriots. They just hope they got plenty of time left whenever they do get the football. Dixon with 2 backs back there with him on 1st and 10. 2nd and 8, excuse me. Dixon looking left. Now he just takes off quickly. Evades a tackler. He's going to find the end zone. Touchdown. Wylie, and Lakeview Centennial is in trouble. 19 yards for Rashad Dixon.
Man,
boy, he stepped around a defender real nicely. I'd love to see that again.
Yeah, they're shading him. Look, see number 20 right here. He's watching him.
Watch
and
that.
then, oh, man.
He got completely turned around on one quick cut by Dixon. Very nice. Dixon's a heck of a football player.
They had the right defense called. They were looking for him to run.
In some ways, Dixon's the difference in this game, I think, tonight. Extra point through the uprights and good. Let's take a timeout. 6:33 left. Lakeview is now down 28-16. It's a 2-possession game here on GRS TV. Wylie and Lakeview Centennial here on GRS TV. You can watch us all week, as well as the Rowlett South Garland game this week on GRS TV. Don't forget, next week is an off week for the district, so won't have any fresh games for you next week. 2 games a week for the most part here on GRS TV. Wylie's going to kick it off. They just took a 12-point lead on Lakeview. Just 6:33 left, and here's your kickoff. Goes directly out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a directional kick, but a little bit too much to the out of bounds.
A little too directional, huh?
Yeah, I think they're going to end up putting it on the 30. So they're trying to figure it out where it went out of bounds. Or are they going to try to have them kick it over?
Looks to me like they're going to kick it over. I wonder why. Receiving team has the option, right? Kick over or take it at the 30, correct?
I guess, yeah.
Well, I guess they're hoping for a big return down by 12, but the way they're kicking it tonight, it's hard to get a good return. Usually they've been catching it near the sideline and then just going straight up the sideline. They might want to try and have them return it directionally the other way, all the way across the field, and see if they can get something to develop. It's going to take a big play or two to get back in this. So I think that's what they're hoping for on the kick. This guy's done a good job, though, with these. Good hang time here. See, they're already on top of him by the time he catches it. Although Caleb Reed breaks away for a nice return out to the 42-yard line.
So it pays off for him and gets him an extra 12 yards.
Yeah. Good place to start.
I thought they were going to have him as soon as he caught it again. I mean, they were right down there, and they blew past him.
Got to remember, the return man is standing there still. It's kind of easy to make one move and evade that initial wave coming downfield because they're sprinting at full speed. The return man actually has the advantage if they're far enough away, if you can put one move on. 3 receivers to the far right. By the way, Lakeview with just 1 timeout remaining for their comeback. Wheaton on a toss right, and he's going to be open field tackled after a 2-yard gain.
Well, I thought he had a lot of room to run out there.
Yeah, he looked good in the beginning, didn't he?
Yeah, he gets a good block from his receiver, a little crackback block. He only has to make one guy miss, and that Wylie Pirate just was able to stop him.
Jamie Marlin.
Boom, 2 of them.
Yeah, but Marlin's all by himself, just breaks down and waits for him. Marlin with a couple of interceptions tonight. Johnson's going to roll out here to the left and throws it in the turf intended for Haro.
Yeah, not much going there. That play was kind of messed up from the beginning. There was a Pirate that got into the backfield immediately.
3rd and 8, Lakeview. They've got some time, but it's going to take a big play or two.
Yeah,
First of all, they need
now.
a first down. You don't want to have to go for it in your own territory.
That's right. It's 3rd and long. You've got to pick up some yardage here.
Although it's the 44, I mean, they would probably go for it, I would think. That 1 timeout left does not look good, though.
Well, they've got 3 receivers over here and just not very many people covering them.
Play action. Johnson's in trouble. Get rid of it. He does. Wisely throws it away. And just about the line of scrimmage. Well, there was an intended receiver, so it's not intentional grounding anyway.
Yeah, it looks like they put a stunt on that confused the offensive lineman. You can see they did a crisscross there, and it got the offensive lineman confused, and they were able to get through there so quick.
Looks like they're going to punt it away here from their own 44.
Well, Lakeview's got 1 timeout, and there's only 5 minutes and 44 seconds.
I'd have to think hard about going for this, especially you're at your 44. If you're at your 20, punt it, but, you know, they could run a fake here. It's a low snap, but he's got all day, no rush at all, and it's a low kick. It gets a great bounce.
Oh, they're going to be able to stop it,
inside
yes.
the 10, inside the 5. My goodness, he's been good at this tonight. 2nd one tonight. That's the 3rd one, actually, that's been down inside the 10-yard line for Salceda.
Yeah, he's been on point with his punts tonight.
That, though, was about a 25-yard roll. Sometimes you can punt it so ugly that it's effective, you know? Low and short of the return man, you know, he lets it go, and then you get a long roll out of it. It's happened a lot tonight. 2 effective punters tonight would be the best way to put it.
Yeah, I'd say you put that inside the 3-yard line, you've done pretty good.
Malik Ford on the handoff out to the 8 from the 3. That's a gain of 5.
Ball carrier over the left side.
Yeah, your defense really needs to step up right there. You wanted to be able to get maybe a safety or get them in the end zone there, down them into 1 or something, but you can't let them get out here and break a long one, get a first down, and keep this drive going because you don't have much time.
Well, they're going to run it now after the 5-yarder on first down. McCray short of the first down, but he'll be just 2 yards short at the 11 on his forward progress. So here's a big play. If Lakeview has any chance, you need to hold him here on 3rd and 2.
Got to. Well,
because if they don't, then they're going to get the ball back with closer to 2 minutes left, down by 12. You've got a chance if you hold them here and get a short punt.
Got to do just like you did right there on that screen. You got to get to the ball in a hurry.
Something tells me Dixon may run with it here. You
Absolutely.
know a run is coming of some kind. He hands it, though. Ford is stacked up and driven back, and it's going to be 4th down. Good stand again. Give this Lakeview Centennial defense some credit. They were down 21-0, and they have played well, especially here in the second half.
Yeah, that was a great stand right there. I can't believe they didn't do a little play action off of that.
I'm surprised
Fake hand
Dixon
that
didn't
off
run
and-
it. Yeah,
you fake that handoff and let Dixon get around the edge.
and just kind of choose his hole, which he's really good at. That really surprised me, too. So now Lakeview's going to get it back. Are they even going to put anybody back here for the punt? They may be going all out on the blocked punt try here,
Boy,
Bobby.
I don't know why you do that. I think if you get,
just
you
hope for a
get
short
somebody
punt.
to stop the ball if it gets on a long roll or
Yeah.
something, and you got to catch that ball and take off running with it.
Wouldn't hurt to have one guy back, would it?
Oh,
He's on the
straight
ground,
up,
and
they're
that's
gonna
going to
get
be
the
roughing
ball.
the punter.
Yep.
You know, they did it earlier in the game and didn't get the call. What a shame, because they would get it at the 22 otherwise. This will be an automatic first down, unless they call it running into the punter, which is 5 yards.
They still get the first
They
on
do.
it.
You're right.
Yeah,
they only need 3.
And he does a great job acting. I'm telling you right now.
Let's see the
punts that
replay.
and flips around. He does a good job. But
Get out your Oscar, and let's see if we hand it out here.
again, I'm not sure why you would try to do that, because you do have that as a chance of running into the punter there when you could set up a return here and get the ball back inside the 30 maybe.
Maybe, yeah. If you put a man back, it wouldn't go too far. Love to see a replay here if we can get one. See how much of an act that was. Here we go with the replay. You asked for it, you got it. Oh, that's a pretty decent call. He was definitely hit. I wouldn't call it roughing, but he's hit pretty good.
I think I would have just tried to set up my return at that point.
You know what? We got
Here-
offsetting penalties, do we, or do we not? He pointed both ways. Now here comes the 15-yarder. I swear he pointed the other way. Maybe that was a mistake the first time. He
That
pointed
was tough
against
right
Wylie
there.
on one of his points, but
Yeah.
maybe he pointed the wrong way.
You'd had the ball with 3.5 minutes left inside their territory.
Down by 12, though. I'm just not going to argue with rushing the punt. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Put one man back, though, is what I disagreed with. You're not rushing all 11 anyway, so put one back and then rush the punt. That probably will do it. The clock is running at 3:20 and counting. Not sure the clock should be running. Dixon's going to keep this one. Make sure he stays in bounds and down at the 25. Lakeview again with just the one timeout left.
It was Filet along with John Brown making the tackle.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get anything going now with less than 3 minutes.
This would not knock Lakeview out of the playoff hunt, but it's going to be a lot harder at 1-2. Wylie will be 2-1. And 2 wins in a row for Wylie. They started 0-4. They'll go to 2-4. Lakeview will fall to 3-2. 1 game short. They lost a game to the weather. A lot of people did. McCray close to the first down. He'll be a couple of yards short on 3rd down. Lakeview needs a stop here to get the ball back, possibly.
Making the stop for the Patriots.
Yeah, you got to get 2 good stops. You got 1 timeout.
Yeah, they still have a chance, but it's much slimmer after the roughing the punter, excuse me. Wylie working that play clock. We're now under 2 minutes, 14 on the play clock. I'd let that play clock run even further, but they snap it.
They get the first down. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, a couple of 2 or 3 knees are coming, and that should do it. Lakeview can only stop it one time. Good effort. Lakeview trailed 21-0 and then made it 21-16, and now it's 28-16. Any final thoughts, Bobby, on Lakeview tonight?
Well, they had they really worked hard at getting back into the game. They had a lot of effort, and you know, they fell short. Made a couple of mistakes. They missed really an open receiver down the middle of the field that ended up turning into an interception. They missed a long bomb down to the sideline that really hit the receiver right in the hands in the end zone. They could have put another 6 points on the board. So they just missed a lot of opportunities.
They had a touchdown called back and ended up just getting a field goal. That cost them 4 points. I don't think you referred to that, or maybe you did.
Yeah, no, that's another one. So, and then, you know, right here, they still had another chance, and then they were able, they rushed the punter and got a penalty and for roughing, and, you know, that's where it ends. You make those kind of mistakes in a close game where you're trying to fight back of a 21-0 lead. You know, sometimes the game ends on you. You just run out of time.
I think Wylie just took a timeout because they now have no timeouts. Lakeview still has 1 according to the scoreboard. Somebody took a timeout. I think it was Wylie. Not sure why they do it, but maybe they just wanted to run that play clock down and then take the timeout before it ran out. There's a shot inside the control truck at GRS TV. Believe it or not, folks, we're not the only ones that work here for GRS TV. There's a lot of folks behind the scenes. Little wave. Thanks for all the work that they do. All the technical folks.
Yeah,
all
a lot of students in there.
The camera folks on the sidelines.
Look at the students, man. That's awesome. Look at that.
It's awfully dark in there, though.
Hey, they're learning a lot, and you know, a lot of these kids will want to go to college and do this stuff for a career.
Good starting point, huh?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good ending point for me at 57. Okay, we get back to play here on 2nd and 15. Punt formation, well, victory formation, I should say, since it's 2nd down. Lakeview does have a timeout if the scoreboard is correct. Which means they could possibly get it back with a few seconds if they do have that timeout. And now they're going to do it. That's going to do it right there.
Look at these guys. Hey, how you doing, guys? Man, look at they working hard.
The porch crew.
Look at the students out there running cameras.
That ain't no student, they tell us.
He's got a big beard for a student.
Bobby, you took that as a no, that's definitely no student.
Yeah, but you got them beside him. They're working hard there, too. Uh-oh.
We got a dance. That's going to do it, folks. Again, our final tonight. 28-16 Wylie. Wylie improves to 2-4, 2-1 in district. Lakeview falls to 3-2 and 1-2 in district. Thanks to Bobby George tonight. Thanks to that entire crew, as you could see, having a good time tonight. Remember, we got the 2 games this week, and then we'll be off next week, and everybody in the district's off, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks for more Garland ISD football here on GRS TV. For now, I'm Scott Powell. So long, everybody.